The rock band Editors release their 6th album tomorrow. It's called Violence, and like all the previous CDs, it features the drumming of Ipswich musician Ed Lay. The group's frontman is Tom Smith, and he's been telling me about the video for the band's latest single, Hallelujah, So Low.
I think the video just tries to capture the energy of the track, really. It's quite a rocky statement for us. It's quite a visceral, exciting track, so we've worked for a few years now with a photographer, an artist called Rahi Razvani, and he's been in the studio with us, he's been on stage with us as well, so he knows how that energy feels. So he was just trying to capture that in this performance video.
Is that important to get someone like him involved at the coalface?
It's been great for us, you know. So he's been in the last 2 records, he's done all the videos, all the press shots, all the sleeves, and like I said, he's really part of the band. He's really involved at an early stage, so the music means a lot to him, and he has his own take of what the songs mean and what the records are about, and then he will, I guess, kind of use that inspiration to fuel his work. And with this video, you know, it's a slightly more, surface level interpretation. It's quite an obvious thing, but some of the stuff he does, you know, for us, has, you know, he's thought about it a lot, you know. So it's great for us to have him. You know, you look at someone like Anton Corbijn and how they kind of progress with U2, and it's a similar type of relationship, I think.
And you wrote the words to Hallelujah So Low after you got back from a trip with Oxfam. Tell us about that, Tom.
Yeah, was it a couple of years ago now, me, Ed and Elliot went to northern Greece. They asked us to go and look around 2 or 3 refugee camps that they were helping at. It was obviously a very moving trip. And something that I'll never forget.
And that has inspired the lyrics to the song?
Well, yeah, we're seeing people there living in the dust, existing on, you know, only because of the help of other people, and the word life didn't really seem appropriate to these people. It wasn't the type of life that I think of when I think of that word. So, I got home and wrote the words to that song. You know, it's not a message song, it's not telling you what to think, but obviously that experience left its mark on me. It's
from your forthcoming album Violence, which is the band's 6th album. It's amazing to think you've packed quite a bit into to such a short space of time, but you've been pretty busy all the way through, haven't you?
We've tried to keep it rolling. You know, we're proud of our longevity. You know, it's a big deal that we're still making records, and we had a shake-up halfway through, and the lineup has changed, and we've now made 3 records in the new lineup, and I don't know, there's 5 people in the band now. We feel like we've still got things to say and ways to say it, and we're excited about making music together. So it's gratifying to, you know, get the records made and get out there and play them to people, and for there still to be people there who want to hear it and come and see us, you know. So not many bands get to where we've got to, really.
Really big sound, this album, quite rockier than some of your previous releases.
In places, yeah. I mean, over the years we've flip-flopped between, you know, making more electronic records, making more kind of, I guess, indie guitar-y sounding records, or this one has some real kind of rock moments on it, and it's quite forceful and immediate and in your face and melodic too, and it feels quite we managed to find a balance of those elements that we've not found before. So that's down to the help that we've had along the way. We worked with a couple of people in making this record, an artist called Blank Mass and a producer called Leo Abrahams, and they've all helped kind of, you know, fuel the fire.
And one of our lads here in Suffolk, Chenzo Townsend, has had a help in mixing some stuff, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's mixed nearly all of it. Chenzo over the years has mixed a lot for us. He's a bit of a genius, really. He's amazing at what he does. So it's always exciting getting a mix back from him, because they just sound incredible. I mean, what else can I say?
So he hears it after you've recorded the lot, does he?
He hears the recordings, and then he spends a day or 2 on each song and polishes certain bits and kind of pulls bits out in and out, and he tries to take you, he tries to make the songs take you on a bit of a journey, I guess. And so he has superhuman hearing, I would imagine. You can hear kind of sonics that lesser men like me anyway can't hear the difference between. He's a nice bloke.
And you must place a lot of trust in Chenzo.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course you do. He sends it back, and if we didn't like it, we wouldn't use it. But over the years, we've done so much stuff with him. He's mixed things from nearly all of our records. Yeah, so it's exactly that. He understands who we are, and he has an opinion on how an editor's record or song should feel and sound, and we do trust that, yeah. But that's not to say he doesn't still surprise us with the mixes that come back. Some of them on this one, I remember when one of the songs, which is called "Violence," the title track, came back. He still has the ability to go, Christ, where did he get that from? Because we spend so much time recording, you forget sometimes what you've done, and he comes back to you, like it's had a good, like it's been ironed. You know what I mean? It's like the suit's been pressed, and suddenly, oh, that's what it is.
And you've then got to reproduce it on stage when you're out on tour. So obviously it's great to have a wonderful studio sound, but you don't want to get too complicated in the studio, do you? Because you've then got to reproduce that on stage. Yeah,
it can be complicated. It can take a bit of time. We've been in rehearsals for 3 months now, just trying to sort out what needs to be heard and what doesn't need to be heard and played and stuff on stage. So yeah, it's a bit tricky. When we made our first couple of records, it was very much just us in a room with guitars, and capturing that energy, and so taking those songs on stage was actually quite straightforward. Over the years, we've become much more of a studio band. We're tinkering with kind of electronics and drum machines and computers and using the studio in a different way. So yeah, the last thing we really think about is live when we're making an album now. So it does take a bit of thought afterwards to make it work. And we'll see. Shows are on the horizon. You've got loads of shows, haven't you? When you look at the date sheet, do you still get excited by the prospect of visiting all these different countries? Yeah, I do. Yeah, our attitude to touring has changed slightly. We used to just go off for 8 weeks longer and not come home. But we tried to go away for like maybe 3 weeks, come back for 3 weeks and go again, because we have children and things like that, and life to come back that we miss. But still, yeah, of course, it's a buzz kind of getting to different people in different countries, and we have a big audience for us in lots of mainland Europe. So we're lucky; we get to see a lot of it, and I quite like the routine of touring. I quite like that, waking up on the bus, trying to find the shower, and I don't know, trying to get to know your surroundings slightly, and then sound check and meal, and then off you go, and there's a show. There's something quite comfortable in that. It's nice. You're off to the States in May, aren't you? We are back to America. Yeah, we've not been there for a long while. So for us in America, there's smaller audiences there for us to play to. So the shows are smaller, so they're a little bit more intense, and bring with them their own slightly different set of problems to overcome. But yeah, it's going to be cool. We've not been there since 2010, maybe. So yeah, they'll either be really annoyed that haven't been away for so long, or really happy to see us. We'll see. The latter, we hope. Hopefully, yeah, fingers crossed. And you're back in the UK. I know you're doing a date in Manchester at the end of May, but then you're away again. But you come back for a really high-profile gig at Hyde Park, don't you? In fact, The Cure are headlining that one, aren't they? Yeah, they're having it's their birthday party, really. It's the 40-year anniversary of The Cure, and they're having a big one-off show. I think it's their only show they're doing this year in Hyde Park. And they've, created this bill which is amazing, and we're part of that, and there's so many bands on there that I want to see, as well as The Cure, obviously, and so it's an honour to be asked, and we're very excited about it. We've talked about the band's longevity, and I mentioned a band like The Cure, and it's, they kind of feel slightly kindred spirits in some ways to that band. Their music is kind of dark but melodic at the same time, and has pop sensibility to it, and I think we in some way tried to emulate that with what we do, and so to be asked was very nice. And then after the summer there'll be a full UK tour, which has not been announced yet, but it should be announced fairly soon. So indoor venues, what, for the autumn? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're not doing Latitude again this year, because you were there a few years ago? Not this year, no. We've done it a couple of times. It's a wonderful festival, actually. They've got the Killers this year, haven't they? They have, yeah. Yeah, it's a big one for them. But yeah, it's a great festival. It's got a really nice vibe. It definitely has. There's more going on with I don't know, kind of the theatre side of it, or the literature side of it, and not just the the two music stages. It's got its own identity. Lovely. So you'll hopefully be back at some point, not this year, but I hope so. Yeah, we'd love to play there again. Fingers crossed. And I know that your drummer Ed loves playing Suffolk gigs because he comes from here. Yeah, he's an Ipswich boy. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll get something in your neck of the woods. It would be nice, because I'm not sure you've ever played Ipswich, have you? We've not done Ipswich, no. It's always always I guess Cambridge, isn't it? Or sometimes further north, Norwich maybe, but a bit Norwich UEA perhaps. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I'm not sure exactly where it will be yet. Well, the Regent Theatre's a great venue in Ipswich, so... Okay, well, you never know. Have a word with your agent, see what he can do. I'll get Ed to have a word. He can probably sell, sell it better than I can.
OK, Tom. Great talking to you on the programme. I wish you and your fellow editors continued success.
Thank you very much. Cheers for talking to me.